You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Kristen Bakke. President Biden is back in the Midwest, spending his time in La Crosse, Wisconsin today, pushing the $1 trillion bipartisan infrastructure deal reached last week. The framework focuses on solid infrastructure, but the president and his party are still pushing a second measure that will include other priorities like paid leave, education, and child care. Skylar Henry reports from the White House.
President Biden went to a Wisconsin municipal transit hub to tout a $1 trillion bipartisan infrastructure framework that focuses on traditional infrastructure.
I think we're going to get it passed, and it's going to mean a lot overall to the quality of your roads and maintenance of your bridges and tunnels. It's a big deal.
The president says the deal will help create millions of jobs and add trillions of dollars in economic growth.
This is a blue-collar blueprint to rebuild America.
The president takes this trip as he continues to reassure Republicans that he will sign the bipartisan infrastructure bill after indicating last week that he may not unless Congress also passes a second, larger spending bill that includes his human infrastructure priorities.
I'm going to continue to make the case that critical investments are still needed, including those in my family plan.
President Biden very clearly drop this hostage demand. Let's get back to the bipartisan approach.
Congressional Democrats say they'll work on that larger reconciliation bill over the next few weeks.
I think that we're going to do both, and that's our job.
The White House says the president looks forward to signing both bills, but he will leave the order and sequencing up to leaders in Congress. Skylar Henry, CBS News, the White House.
The White House is meeting with progressive Democrats who say the infrastructure bill does not include enough of their priorities, such as clean energy initiatives. And here in Duluth, the city received nearly $60 million from the American Rescue Plan. Today, Mayor Emily Larson announced how they'll spend it. The largest chunk, $20 million, will go towards short and long-term housing. Larson wants to spend $13 million on city infrastructure projects such as addressing lead pipe concerns, street sweeping, and broadband access. The mayor also proposed spending a big chunk of the funds on improving ventilation in City Hall.
We are proposing $12 million in City Hall ventilation because we are finding that our ventilation system is not just outdated, it is at a space that we want to protect the health of our public, of the workers in this building.
Other projects include job training, outdoor space improvement, and relief for small businesses. We'll share the mayor's specific plans to address affordable housing coming up at 6. And by the way, these proposals need the city council's approval. They'll weigh in on their meeting Tuesday night. While the nation's federal eviction ban will last at least another month, a Duluth nonprofit spent the day trying to help renters catch up on their past due payments. One Roof Community Housing hosted the event. Navigators helped people make a plan to pay back rent or determine if they qualify for Minnesota's Rent Help MN program. That program offers financial help to those who struggled with rent or utilities during the pandemic. Organizers say programs like this are key to avoiding a housing crisis after the eviction bans end.
It is a large burden to assume that somebody is going to make up, 3, 4, 6 months, 12 months of rent on now working, full time again. And how do you get people caught up? And that's why this is so important.
If you need help with rent in Minnesota, you can call 211. We also have a link to the state's Rent Help website at CBS3Duluth.com. Here in Minnesota, lawmakers recently agreed to a 15-week plan to end the state's eviction moratorium. Wisconsin does not have its own state ban on evictions. Minnesota's governor is making statewide changes to policing. Governor Tim Walz says the changes will increase transparency and accountability. The bill includes $15 million for violence prevention programs and recommended changes to the state's policy on viewing of body camera footage. The announcement comes as lawmakers are expected to approve a bipartisan public safety bill. Lawmakers are also attempting to finalize the state's $52 billion budget before tomorrow to avoid a government shutdown. And tonight, the latest in COVID news. President Biden has a lofty goal of getting 70% of American adults at least one dose of the COVID vaccine by the 4th of July. But with that holiday just days away now, data shows we likely won't reach that goal. According to the CDC, 54% of American adults have at least one dose. In Minnesota, that number is 56%. In Wisconsin, it's 53%. And after a big spike around April, those numbers have recently stalled. Experts say fewer people are making appointments and mass vaccine clinics are shutting down. CBS 3's Emma Quinn spent the day learning what that looks like for us here in the Northland.
Kristen, St. Louis County public health officials say they are just shy of that milestone marker, with 66% of St. Louis County residents 16 and older having received one dose of the vaccine. Public Health Director Amy Westbrook says the county isn't alone in this trend, and they have seen a decline in people attending clinics or making appointments in the last month. Westbrook says they've received more supply of the vaccine, and it's been easier to access an appointment either through the county, at a pharmacy, or your doctor's office. At this point, the vaccine is available for anyone who wants it, but Westbrook says she recognizes that the rates may be slowing because many people just don't.
You know, we recognize that there is a subset of population who really just aren't interested in getting the vaccination, and there's a number of reasons.
With the Delta variant spreading in the U.S. and spreading in Minnesota, health officials are concerned it could spread to the Northland. Westbrook says by getting vaccinated and practicing safety precautions is the best way to limit its spread. And in Wisconsin, about 53% of Douglas County residents have received at least one dose of the vaccine. The Westman Arena Vaccine Clinic in Superior is still offering vaccines, and walk-ins are welcome. Meanwhile, over Bayfield County, they have stopped all mass vaccine clinics, but still have appointments available.
All right, thanks, Emma. And as vaccination rates slow, so is the number of people getting tested for COVID. It's why the state is shutting down a few of its testing clinics, including the Chisholm Armory location, which will close after a full day of testing tomorrow. You can also get a free COVID test at many pharmacies and clinics. Here's a live look tonight at the aerial lift bridge, as the weather has been pretty dreary today with storms popping up across the region, but it looks like things are clearing up a bit out there. And Dave is joining us now for a quick look at the weather. I certainly drove through different little batches of rain on my way in today.
Yeah, and here in Duluth we had one a couple hours ago, and about 2 hours ago there was almost a quarter of an inch of rain that fell right upon the folks in Ashland. Well, we take a look at the rain so far since midnight, and it's been hit or miss. So some people are getting it clearing right now. Others are still getting a little precip. So since midnight, a little more than a tenth for Aiken, almost a quarter inch towards Hinckley and for Siren, and there's Ashland at 0.21 inches. So not quite a quarter inch. A little more than a quarter, near a third, though, for our friends in Two Harbors. And there's still a couple more hours worth of precip chances coming across for places like Ironwood here, as those twin low-pressure systems from yesterday continue to linger in our area. They're not moving very quickly, so we still have a 30% chance for more showers getting into tomorrow. Quick look at the short-term forecast says we'll get a break for several hours overnight tonight with a partly cloudy sky and lows in the 50s. But then tomorrow we could all warm up into the 80s, which will help lift up a 30% chance for thunderstorms, especially in the afternoon. But that may be our last chance for rain for a while. A dry spell's coming for the Independence holiday. We'll talk about its duration in a little bit.
Thanks, Dave. Still to come on Live at 5, Ashland is offering a fun summer program for kids this month. More on that and a fun 4th of July preview as we take you around the Northland after the break.
You're watching Live at 5 with Kristen Vaki and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live, Local, CBS 3. Get your news on the go, the CBS 3 mobile app.
I had gone 20 years essentially without smiling. My dental phobia was strong, and the idea of coming in and being able to sleep through the whole thing, that's heaven. That right there is heaven. In terms of an experience, I promise you, it will be the easiest dental experience you've ever had.
Never be afraid at the dental office again. Call us today for a free sedation consultation.
When Grandma suggested cookies, Kyle wasn't expecting the new Nestle Toll House Chocolate Chip Cookie Blizzard. Two beloved treats, soft-baked Nestle Toll House Chocolate Chip Cookies and world-famous DQ Soft Serve, all in one treat. The good times roll when these two get together, just like G-Ma and her G-Son. making memories while mixing two favorites. With the Nestle Toll House Chocolate Chip Cookie Blizzard, only at DQ. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Bolins.
And I'm Ann Nolette.
And we're Advanced Surgical Associates of Northern Minnesota.
Our goal has always been to provide the latest and best surgical techniques to you and your family.
We want to provide an alternative to the traditional surgical practices that the hospitals offer.
With robotic-assisted surgery, you're likely to have a shorter hospital stay, experience less pain, and recover quicker.
We serve Duluth, Ely, Hibbing, and the surrounding areas. Learn more at mnsurgery.com or give us a call today.
Here at Employment Links, our employment specialists help individuals with barriers find their place in the community. And we're hiring both internal and field positions. From writing resumes, completing job applications, interview prep, and providing on-site support, employment specialists start at $13 an hour on weekday shifts and $15 an hour on weekend shifts. Currently, our wage for internal positions is based on experience. We are now hiring an individual care coordinator and staff coordinator. Visit our website today for full job descriptions and apply.
Welcome back to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Virginia tonight as many Iron Range communities gear up to celebrate this 4th of July. Virginia will be hosting fireworks on Sunday night. And Dave will be in with this week's full forecast in just a few minutes. But first, let's take a look around the region. A monthly movie series in Ashland and a 4th of July parade different from any other. All of that and more as we take you around the Northland, city by city. We start in Ashland tonight with a fun chance for kids to get outdoors. Every Friday in July, the Parks and Recreation Department is offering a kids mountain bike club with Coach Jillian Cadott. The class will run from 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. each week, and each week will feature a different local park, from Prentice Park to 2 different trails on Mount Ashway. Registration opens on July 1st to those in grades 3 through 6, and classes start on the 9th. Next, we head to Virginia, Minnesota for their monthly screening on the Green Series. The movie watching events take place at Alcott Park by the fountain. This is free to the public and will be held the first Saturday of each month. This month's film is Grease. Visitors are asked to bring their own chairs and blankets. Screenings begin at dusk or around 9:45 p.m. August and September's films will be The Wizard of Oz and Trolls World Tour. And we wrap up in Lake Nebegamin tonight, where the community is coming together this 4th of July to reflect on all that was and was not in the last year. The big event will be the 4th of July parade with some unique floats. Community members are encouraged to sign up and dress up as their favorite holiday that had to be canceled in 2020. They will also have a float to remember those who they lost. The parade kicks off at 4 o'clock, and we will have more coverage on this unique 4th of July event coming up on Sunday night. If there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, send us an email, and it might be featured as we go around the Northland, city by city. Still to come on Live at 5, the Minnesota State Fair is back this year, and it's getting some new food. We'll show you some of the creative new eats in just a few minutes.
Normal high temp today is 76, but we made it to 79 at the airport in Duluth. Tomorrow, even warmer. Then into Thursday, we'll take a nosedive for temperatures. Will that last through the holiday weekend, or are we going to warm up again? I'll show you which way we go coming up after our break.
This show is about connection. Not even 2020 and socially distancing ourselves are going to get in the way of that.
The Kelly Clarkson Show on CBS3.
I'm Carrie Harris, owner of Diabetic and Comfort Shoes. We have been in business in the Northland, helping you with your everyday foot problems stemming from diabetes to plantar fasciitis for the past 17 years. Stop in and see the complete line of men's and women's shoes, from SAS to Allegria to Vionic, for those millions of people battling plantar fasciitis. And we still have a great selection of comfortable shoes for diabetics, Medicare and Minnesota healthcare approved. Remember, no foot problem is too big or too small. We'll find the way to your soul.
Veterans and their families make special sacrifices to preserve our freedom, including time away from loved ones. They face unique challenges reintegrating into civilian society and often sustain trauma from time in the service. If you are a veteran, you and your family can receive customized support through the CORE program at Lutheran Social Service of Minnesota. Services can strengthen your personal finances and mental health, create housing stability, and support caregivers. To learn more, call us or visit us online. Thank you for your service. We can help you at Ketamine North Infusion Center.
In public safety, we see things that sometimes you can't unsee. After these infusions, everything just kind of turned around and I was able to start enjoying things again.
To learn more, give us a call or visit us online.
The Lakota Ray Ojibwe College, providing Anishinaabe communities with post-secondary and continuing education while advancing the language, culture, and history of the Ojibwe. Online applications for spring enrollment are at lco.edu.
Gail King, Anthony Mason, and Tony DeCoppel, weekday mornings on CBS.
Every day during your birthday month, you can receive up to $30 in club cash.
Welcome to the Kelly Clarkson Show! This show is about connection. Not even 2020 and socially distancing ourselves are going to get in the way of that.
Are we 6 feet apart? The Kelly Clarkson Show on CBS3. Now, the CBS3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Well, the rain showers and thunderstorms have been hit or miss today. About 2 hours ago, it was really hitting Ashland at least for a few minutes. And this picture here was not quite as pleasant as it is now. That rain was coming down pretty quickly. And in just a short matter of time, folks there got nearly a quarter inch of rain. You can see the streets are still wet there, but the sky has calmed down a little bit. And I say only a little bit because you can see some cumulus clouds trying to tower and then turn themselves into cumulonimbus clouds. And so we're not quite done with the rain chance yet. A couple more hours possible tonight, a break overnight, and then another round tomorrow before a dry spell hits on Thursday. That's the timeline for the weather. Now we'll fill in the details here, beginning with what's happening right now at the airport in Duluth as we look at the streets of downtown Duluth. 76 the current temp, 62% the relative humidity with a northwest wind running 8 miles per hour. 30.06 inches of mercury is our air pressure. And again, just like yesterday in Duluth, it's on the higher side, Superior too. But on the edges of our region, it's low enough from twin lows to bring those showers and storms. Current temps, well, clouds are thicker a bit in northern Michigan. 66 to 67 there for the current temps. A little bit warmer in northern Wisconsin, running 70 in La Pointe to 75 in Superior. In Minnesota, numbers farther inland you go, the warmer they get. 81 International Falls, 82 Orr, 80 Grand Rapids, but 77 Moose Lake and 73 Two Harbors. Tomorrow's temperatures, I think, for everybody are going to cross into the 80s, but mainly only for one day before a cool down comes. Doppler map right now shows the twin low pressure systems we talked about last night, one to the north, one to the south, didn't move very far in 24 hours. So we're still getting showers and thunderstorms here in northern Wisconsin and in Minnesota as well from the more northerly low, dragging through very, very slowly, meaning that, yeah, after a break tonight, there's a chance for a little more shower activity. Tomorrow, 30% chance, but still on Thursday, we're expecting higher pressure to take over, making things sunny and dry. And for Thursday, cooler, dropping highs only towards 70. But by Friday, we start to warm up again, and it could be pretty toasty for Independence Day. So up and down roller coaster temperatures coming our way here for the week ahead. How much more rain can we get overnight tonight through tomorrow? Yeah, maybe another trace to 1/10 of an inch or so, so not that much. Coming up tonight, Minnesota low temps, they will run from about 55 to 60 degrees, but eventually becoming partly cloudy. Same deal for Wisconsin, Michigan. Low temps there in the mid to upper 50s. For tomorrow, Wisconsin, Michigan high temps should go about 80 to 85. 20% chance for thunderstorms as these lows finally leave. Minnesota gets a better chance at 30% with highs 75 to 80 by the lake and 80 to 85 inland. Warm day on Wednesday, followed by a cool down Thursday. When the high takes over, we drop it to 70. And that's being optimistic. It may only be the 60s for a lot of towns, but then back to the upper 70s on Friday and still holding on to a sunnier sky. Saturday and Sunday, Kristen, are looking to be in the mid 80s. And that in turn, I didn't want to freak too many people out. Some models indicate upper 80s. So let's just say warm, perhaps a little bit humid. But for the 4th of July, that's the type of weather you want, at least for a little while.
That's true. There are parades happening this year. We talked about that fun one at Lake Nembagaman. There's just so much going on this year, which is great to see again.
We're almost back to normal.
Almost. So close. Thanks, Dave. Well, Minnesota State fairgoers might want to save room for more food this year. Today, organizers announced 27 new food options will be available. Some of the debut items include bison bites, caramelized banana pudding, and Greek stuffed ravioli. A list of all the new foods is on our website. Masks are not required for the fair, but you are encouraged to wear one if you're not fully vaccinated. There also won't be any capacity limits. The Great Get-Together runs August 26th through Labor Day. We have a link to buy tickets and to check out all the new foods on our website, CBS3Duluth.com. A new survey by a Wisconsin organization shows nearly 9 out of 10 businesses have jobs they can't seem to fill. The Superior and Douglas County Area Chamber of Commerce says that's an issue here, too. It's why they launched a new campaign today called Lots of Jobs, Lots of Living. The goal is to remind people not only can they find a lot of job opportunities in Superior, but it's a great place to live as well. Chamber officials say they designed the campaign because they say members across the county are having issues filling open positions following the pandemic.
Complications of the pandemic have only brought the issue more into focus as it continues to gain concern. Research such as the WMC poll citing nearly 9 in 10 employers are hiring and unable to fill jobs reaffirms what we already know and have been hearing from many of our employers already.
The campaign, which features billboards and other ads, runs through September. They're targeting 25 to 45-year-olds from more urban cities, hoping to convince them to consider jobs in our region. The chamber leaders say these workforce challenges still exist because of the ongoing expanded unemployment benefits, and many people are worried about health risks during the pandemic. We now know when a local police canine and his handler will be competing on a nationally televised program. The second season of America's Top Dog starts tonight on the A&E network. The July 13th episode will feature Chase, a 4-year-old Hibbing police canine. Canine handler and patrol officer Joey Burns will assist Chase as they try to conquer the obstacle course. Duos that advance to the second round will compete for a $10,000 prize. Good luck, Chase. Still to come, the NCAA voted yesterday and recommended a new policy on how college athletes can make money. We'll have the details in just a few minutes.
At Play It Again Sports, we have the largest selection of new and used hockey equipment in the area, along with a huge selection of hockey sticks, apparel, and cross-country skis.
Trade in, trade up, and save.
You need fast, reliable internet, but it's not a one-size-fits-all world. At Mediacom, we have a pricing plan for everyone. You can get our starting internet service for $19.99 a month for a year. And with that comes a great deal of speed. We're talking 60 meg, because unlike other providers, we want you to have fast internet from the start. Extreme speeds go up to 1 gig with lots of options to choose from. So let's talk. Call us today at 844-EXTREME2.
At the DTA, we're making your bus ride even safer. You can now buy your ticket anytime, anywhere, using the new MyDTA app for mobile fare payment and trip planning. Contactless, safe, convenient.
Coming up tonight, what COVID-19 vaccine and testing rates look like in the Northland.
Nearly $60 million of pandemic relief funds, how the city plans to spend it.
Tonight at 6 on CBS3.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Who am I? Wow, is that really me?
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes.
Celebrate this 4th of July knowing you look your best with Plexiderm.
Lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video that the viewers can watch while you and I talk. And you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes in as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. And I did this to my father. We were at home, and we were screaming. 4 minutes, 34 seconds, completely gone.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. These lines bother me. They really do. And this is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It feels great. Looks even better.
I'm Neela. I'm 61 years old. I'm a professional personal trainer. It's so important to be in good health and to be fit and take care of yourself. How it makes you feel inside is amazing. Plexiderm, seriously, it fixes all that. It makes you feel as good outside as you do inside. Honest to God, it's amazing. There's nothing there, like the bags are gone.
And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. So it targets all those problem areas.
So this would be a daily thing, or just when you want to like get rid of the bags? And
Yeah, it absolutely could be a daily thing. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it. This 4th of July is the best time to get Plexiderm for $14.95. See it work for yourself after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
The NCAA's Division I Council voted yesterday to recommend a new policy letting college athletes profit from their name, image, and likeness until Congress approves a nationwide law. Now, this follows a string of court rulings against the NCAA's policies. Under the new NCAA recommendation, athletes may soon be able to profit from things like autograph signings, endorsements, and social media posts. The pressure is being put on by 9 states that have laws starting in July giving athletes the ability to profit from their fame, whether the NCAA approves the policy or not. The debate has been brewing for years, and last week the Supreme Court unanimously ruled the NCAA could not cap education-related benefits. The recommendation will be taken up Thursday by the Board of Directors, and while many say this is a big step, others point out it still does not allow athletes to directly get paid for playing. And in further collegiate news tonight, the University of Minnesota has agreed to a tuition increase for the first time in 2 years. The Board of Regents approved the increase despite student objections, especially after the modified year due to COVID-19. President Joan Gable's $4 billion budget for the next fiscal year includes nearly $50 million in spending reductions and internal reallocations. With those funds and the tuition hike revenue, the university will pay for long-term initiatives, a 1.5% salary increase for employees, and any lingering pandemic expenses.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, could the Surfside building collapse have been prevented? New details about an urgent letter sent to residents in April warning of deteriorating conditions. Plus, gas prices soar around the country, how it could impact your July 4th travel plans. And Field of Dreams, why this 70-year-old's Major League debut was 6 decades in the making. That's all tonight here on the CBS Evening News.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health Pharmacies, keeping things safe, simple, and convenient through mail, local delivery, drive-through, and curbside pickup services.
Go on, get off the ladder and place it back where you found it. The days of dangerous climbs are over. Gutter Helmet provides year-round protection, preventing buildup of debris, keeping your gutters clear and free-flowing. With its heavy-duty support brackets and exclusive helmet heat ice reduction system, Gutter Helmet's been designed to withstand the harshest weather conditions. Get Gutter Helmet, America's #1 choice for gutter protection. And never clean your gutters again.
Welcome to the Kelly Clarkson Show! This show is about connection. Not even 2020 and socially distancing ourselves are going to get in the way of that.
Are we 6 feet apart?
Let's just check it out.
Watch the Kelly Clarkson Show.
The Kelly Clarkson Show on CBS3.
Going back into the dating world can be exciting.
You want a strawberry?
Yes. Until it isn't.
You got something in your teeth.
I can't even hold it together. Just don't take it too fast.
I just want you to know that I do love you. Oh my God.
Baby steps, people. Love Island is back July 7th on CBS.
School visits are an important part of kind of being part of the community outside of the TV station here. When I was in 6th grade, that's when I learned meteorology was it for me. Being on the other side of that now, for me being able to kind of pursue that, it's important for me to then be able to get back into the community. If I can go into a classroom and get just one person who was interested, or just one person who, you know, leaves there knowing like, wow, I learned something new today. For me, I did my job, and that means a lot to me.
Watch meteorologist Caitlin Moffett weekdays at 5 a.m.
This show is about connection. Not even 2020 and socially distancing ourselves are going to get in the way of that.
The Kelly Clarkson Show on CBS3.
Welcome back to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Canal Park on this Tuesday evening. Let's take a look back at today's top story, and we'll see what's coming up tonight at 6. At 5, we watched as President Biden stopped in La Crosse, Wisconsin to push his infrastructure plan. The bipartisan framework focused on mostly solid infrastructure such as roads and bridges, but the president and other Democrats are continuing to push for what they call soft infrastructure such as childcare and education. And coming up tonight at 6, we dive even deeper into spending here in Duluth. Today, Mayor Larson laid out the city's proposal for nearly $60 million in American Rescue Plan money, how the mayor plans to focus on affordable housing and just what that might look like for the community. Well, Dave, sounds like some folks should be expecting some rain.
Yeah, for another couple hours till about 8 o'clock tonight, we still have a 30% chance for isolated showers and thunderstorms around the region. Then a break overnight and a redevelopment from the tail end of these two low-pressure systems tomorrow afternoon, aided and abetted by the heat of the day, which is going to provide extra lift. 80s around the region, even 83 here in the Twin Ports. Then we drop like a rock on Thursday down to 70, and then perk up again as early as Friday, setting us up for a toasty 4th of July weekend.
That's your news at 5. We'll see you at 6.